Hey, what's up, guys? Hope y'all having a fantastic day. And today we're going to be ranking all of the Black Ops 3 Zombies maps. Yes, this includes all the DLCs and also the Chronicle maps. Hope y'all enjoy my ranking. Let's get into it. Alright, starting off with number 14, this starts off with Shangri-La. Shangri-La, even though it is a decent map, I do not feel like it belongs to be at one of the top. It's a very glitchy map, if I were to say, and it just wasn't that groundbreaking in general in any way. For number 13, we have Nocturne Toten. Nocturne Toten is a very primitive map, if I was going to say one thing about it. It's very bare bones, it has nothing really to do, zero content to really contrast to. That's why I don't believe it to be any higher than what it is right now. Even though I love this map, it's just not as good. For number 12, we have Revelations. Revelations honestly disgusts me as a map. It is very boring, and it has really nothing to do, even though how big the map is. But it does keep you more entertained than some of the previous maps we have talked about, so it has to be a little bit higher than those. But I just don't see it as a really good map, especially for it to be an ending map on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I feel like they could have done so much more with this concept, and they just didn't take that opportunity. For number 11, we have Verrucht. Verrucht is very close quarters, but it's also just not fun in general to play. I don't see myself coming back and really playing it that often, especially whenever you have other maps to play. It doesn't have a really good replayability rating. For number 10, we have Shino Numa. Shino Numa is a very primitive map as well, but it does at least give you something to do whenever you're bored. I don't feel like I'm really held up. It's just a very bland map in general, but it is pretty decent still. I can see myself playing this with my friends on a day-to-day. But it is not as good as some of the newer maps. It is still primitive, but I still see some potential in it, and it's fun to play whenever you're being bored. For number 9, we have Moon. Moon is very boring, I would say. It's very slow paced if you're playing it. And a lot of the mobs just seem repetitive, and it feels like I'm just playing the same thing over and over again. There's nothing really groundbreaking about it. I will say the Easter egg is very rewarding if you can do it, but the Easter egg is a little bit tedious at times. It's not the hardest Easter egg, but it is a little bit frustrating to do. Now, with that being said, it is a decent map in all general. But for number 8, we have Grodkin Grovey. Grodkin Grovey is a very bland map if I was going to say anything about it. It feels like I'm playing a very standard zombies map. There's nothing super upbringing about it. The Easter egg is super hard, though I have heard. I've never been able to complete it by myself, but it seems pretty cool to do that, though. For the number 7 map, we have Ascension. Ascension is very fun to play with 4 people, but there's nothing really groundbreaking about it in general. It is a very fun map to play with the boys, if I were to give it one thing. But there's nothing really too groundbreaking about it, which makes it to where I can't really put it too high on the list. But it is still fun to play. But for number 6, we have Kino der Toten. Kino der Toten is very nostalgic if I were to give it one thing, but there's nothing too groundbreaking about it. I do really love the art style, but after you get Pack-a-Punch and everything, it's very boring after that, and the characters that you fight are not really unique, and they're very bland in general. For number 5, we have Zetsubo no Shima. Zetsubo is a very unique map in general. There's not a lot of maps like it. It was very hated by the community at the start, but personally, I think it's pretty decent, and I feel like it deserves its spot up here at number 5. Even though there are things that could be changed, and it could be a better map, but I feel like it has a deserving spot at number 5. But with number 4, we have The Giant. Now, The Giant is a remake of a classic map, and it's very good in general. It's very basic, but it keeps you doing something, and at least you have little things to do the entire time. I don't feel like I really get bored while playing it. It's a good map to play with your friends, especially whenever you're bored, and I feel like it does everything that it needs to do for the storyline, and all around, it's a good map. Now for number 3, you have Der Eisendrache. Der Eisendrache is a phenomenal map in what it is. I really like the way that it's made. I feel like there's not much better that you can get from it. It is a very nice and polished map, and I think it's great for what it is. For number 2, we have Shadows of Evil. Shadows of Evil is one of my all-time favorite maps of Call of Duty. It is a really good map in general, but it does have an iffy cast, and it feels like the story was kind of thrown together really fast, but still the map is fantastic and I love playing it. Me and my friends have a ton of fun playing this map. And it's always a good time to sit in here, kill some Margwas. But for number 1, it has to be the best map I've ever played in Call of Duty. It is Origins. Origins is an amazing play. If y'all have never played Origins, I recommend it 100%. It is a beautifully made map. And honestly, I can't think of anything better to have a map. And that is just my honest opinion on it. Now, if y'all like this video, please tell me down in the comments below. Hit me with a like and subscribe if y'all want to see more content like this, and I can rank BO4 and Cold War. Now, if y'all did enjoy this video, love you guys. Bye.